Hey guys, today we're going to work on multiplying rational numbers, which is the same as multiplying normal rational numbers, just we're going to add the negative piece to it. So let's say I had negative 2/3 and I'm multiplying that by negative 4/7, okay? Well, my first step here is to recall that when I multiply fractions, I multiply straight across. But it's really important that I recognize my negatives here. I have a negative and a negative. So I know when I multiply that, I'm going to have a positive. That means my negative sign is going to go away. So now all I'm going to do is multiply straight across. 2 times 4 is 8, and 3 times 7 is 21. Now, I need to make sure that this is in complete simplified form. And a good way to check is to check and see first, are both numbers divisible by 2? Well, 8 is divisible by 2, but 21 is not evenly. But 8 is not divisible by 3, but 21 is. If they're not both divisible by 2 or 3, you're probably safe to bet that you have a simplified fraction all the way through. Let's do another one. All right, let's say I had 2/6 times negative 1/3. Well, the first thing I need to see is that I have one negative, which means that my answer is going to be negative. And now I'm just going to multiply straight across. 2 times 1 is 2. 6 times 3 is 18. So I have negative 2 over 18. And I know that this can be simplified. They're both divisible by 2. So I'm going to be left with negative 1/9. Let's do another one. All right, let's say I have negative 2/3 times 9. Well, when I'm multiplying a fraction by a whole number, I know that I'm going to put my whole number over 1. Now I'm just going to multiply straight across. Keep in mind, though, that you have a negative sign. So negative times a positive is going to result in a negative. 2 times 9 is 18, and 3 times 1 is 3. Now, I have negative 18 divided by 3. Well, they're both divisible by 3, and negative 18 divided by 3 is going to leave me with negative 6. Make sure your answer is in simplified form. Let's do a harder one. Let's say I have negative 5.5, and I'm multiplying it by 6 1/3. The easiest way to do these is to turn your mixed numbers into improper fractions. But keep in mind, I have a negative sign here, and it's going to stay the same. So I'm just going to bring the negative sign down. Now I'm going to turn 5/2 into an improper fraction, keep your denominator of 2, and then multiply 2 times 5, which is 10, and then add the 1, so this is the same as 11/2. Now I'm going to do that same thing for 6 1/3, keep my denominator of a third, and now I'm going to multiply 3 times 6, which is 18, plus 1 is 19, so I got 19 for my denominator. And now multiply straight across. Now, I have a negative divided by a positive, so I'm going to keep my negative sign. 11 times 19 is 209, and then 2 times 3 is 6. And now, the last thing, I'm going to turn this into a mixed number. 6 goes into 209 evenly 34 times. Keep your denominator of 6. And then 6 times 34 is 204, so I'm 5 away, so it leaves me with negative 34 and 5/6. Let's do another one like that. All right, let's say I have negative 7 1/3, and I'm multiplying it by negative 3 3/4. Again, the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and turn my mixed numbers into improper fractions. So let's start with this. Bring my negative sign down, keep my denominator of a 3, and then multiply 3 times 7 is 21, plus 2 is 22, so I have a denominator of 22, times, again, I'm going to keep my denominator of 4 and bring my negative sign down. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 3 is 15. And now I'm just going to multiply straight across. But I see I have a negative times a negative, which will give me a positive. So my negative sign is gone. 22 times 15 is 330, and then 3 times 4 is 12. Now let's simplify this. 330 goes into 12 evenly 27 times. Keep my denominator of 12, and then I'm left with 6 at the top, which simplifies down to 27 1/2. All right, guys, that's it for me. You're going to practice.